Hot at Howard. I'm Mia.
I'm Ebony, and we're here with a special guest, Miss Indigo Brooks.
Hey.
Tell the people a little bit about yourself.
I'm an event planner from Atlanta, Georgia. Go to Howard University, and my business is Indigo Nights.
But today we're doing a segment called Pillow Talk, and let's tell them about this tea about Pillow Talk.
So basically, Pillow Talk is a segment that we're going to start doing, and we told you guys to send in some questions if you need advice on some stuff, and you guys sent them in, and tonight we're going to answer those questions to the best of our ability.
Let's get this tea, hunty.
Without further ado, let's get into these questions. Okay. Our first Twitter question. As an incoming freshman who is interested in going to Howard, what is your suggested GPA and test scores to have when applying?
Okay, so when I applied to Howard, I actually didn't submit SAT scores. I only did my ACT score and my GPA. My GPA in high school was a 3.63, which is relatively low to most people that have gotten into Howard, from what I've heard.
I had a 3.5.
I will say, test scores, try to do your best. If you take the ACT, try to get like at least a 37.
What did you get on your SAT?
Obviously, I raised it from my memory. It wasn't that damn good because I didn't even put it in my application.
We are so sorry, but that was like 2 years ago, so we don't really remember.
But I know, like, what I was going to say about getting into Howard, the thing that I think got me into Howard was my essay. Mm-hmm. If you slay your essay, you will probably, like, get into Howard, most definitely. Your GPA is very serious, but I believe you said you're a senior in high school, so if your GPA isn't what you want it to be, don't stress. Just do really well on your test scores and on your written part of the application, and you'll do fine, girl.
Or you could do what I did. I'm a transfer. I had a 3.7 transferring, and I had a really good essay. So
yeah, this essay. My essay was real
you.
popping too. Shout out to my AP English teacher.
Yeah, same.
He told me.
My English teacher made us do an essay.
So my essay was like really good, and like, you know, having connections and things of that sort. But like, if you don't have a GPA right now, go to another school, get your grades up, do your thing, and then transfer.
And then transfer to the Mecca.
Yeah.
Where amazing things happen.
They do. They really do. Yeah.
Question number 2 from our lovely lady again.
As an incoming freshman, what are 5 things to be aware of when starting college?
1, be open to meeting people.
Most definitely, because Howard is all about making connections. You never know who knows who, so just really be open to meeting people.
Get involved.
2, 3, be open to new ideas that you probably wouldn't have maybe thought of, like when you were at home. 4, try everything. I feel like I really appreciate the fact that I tried stuff out freshman year, because now that I'm a sophomore, I know I have a pretty good idea of what I do and don't like.
Yeah.
Find yourself and find what you like, and also find like people that you like.
5, have fun.
Yeah, have fun. That is the definite.
Have fun.
But if you don't, it's just like,
what's the point?
Yeah.
Look, you ain't spending $40,000 a year
for nothing.
For no fun.
Like,
okay, what did you wish you'd known as an incoming freshman?
everything we just told you, mama.
What I wish I would have known as an incoming freshman, I think I would have liked if I would have researched more stuff. I wish that I would have looked into things like Freshman Leadership Academy. I wish I would have been a part of those group meets of people before they got to Howard, because I feel like that was a really good way for people to know people. Because I know like a lot of people that did that, they already knew people before they actually got on campus.
Going into here, especially, have a job. Have a job during the summer, because when you get here, everything's going to start popping off. Parties, dues. If you're joining clubs, you're going to have dues. You're going to want to go out, Uber, food, because you're going to want to try a bunch of different stuff. Then here comes homecoming, and after that, everything just ravels from there.
Last question from our Twitter followers.
That was, what are the do's and don'ts on campus? Do have your ID when you go to the caf.
At all times.
Well, yeah, at all times. But when you go to the caf, it's a long line. Have your ID out.
Don't be rude.
Yeah.
To people.
Don't stare. People have a staring problem at this school. Can we just start now to end that whole thing?
Or if you stare, smile.
Yeah.
I have some don'ts.
Yeah.
Don't get so caught up in the Howard hype. don't be afraid to do something, or don't be afraid to say something, or don't be afraid to wear something because it's not what everybody else is doing, saying, or wearing.
Yeah.
Big thing that I really regretted freshman year, second semester at least, and I saw my grades suffer from it. Second semester, I was so caught up in how I looked and making sure that I looked like a Howard girl that I would spend an hour and a half getting ready for class, and I come to the last 10 minutes of class, and then came exams, I didn't know what was going on. Remember why you came to Howard. That's a definite do. Do keep focused. If you lose focus, it's okay, but just try to always, try to always remember why your parents are spending so much money for you to come to Howard. Yeah. It's not just about the social life and meeting friends and going to the caf and looking nice. Remember that at the end of the day, you're trying to get a degree and you need grades to do that.
Don't get in a relationship. Do not get in a relationship.
I wouldn't say that.
No.
But we'll do a whole different segment on that. Our next question says, hi, I'm a senior in high school and I'm considering attending Howard. Which dorm is best to stay in freshman year? I heard CHN is nicer, but people say it's better to stay in quad. What do you think?
We can both answer that.
Yeah, we both can. We actually met in our freshman year dorm.
The great
QUAC. Oh, yeah.
We stayed in quad, and it was one of the best experiences ever. Like, being a freshman and staying in quad. I felt like it was essential to my journey and my transition from being a high school senior to a college freshman.
I would say it depends on the type of person that you are. If you already have friends that go to Howard before you come to Howard, then staying in CHN isn't a bad idea because it is a better living condition in my opinion. I think if you were like myself or Nia and you didn't really know anyone and like you were still trying to get to know Howard, I would definitely say stay in quad. Quad is just an experience. Like it's tradition. Like being a quad queen is like one of the best things that I can call myself from being at Howard. It just felt like a family. Like, you know, your floor mates were really your best friend. She lived next door to me. Like we would just keep our doors open and just like talk to each other. We bonded over a lot of stuff that people outside of quad couldn't bond on. It felt like our RA and our GA, they genuinely cared about us. Their doors were open if you needed somebody to cry to. Our RA Destiny was literally amazing.
Shout out to Destiny.
Staying in quad really helps you learn your place at Howard, and like it really helps you learn your place as a woman, and it makes you feel so proud to be a black girl. I was staying quad. I was having a random roommate.
Indy?
I mean, it's cool. Like, I've had 2 experiences of the random roommate. I didn't get to pick mine like a lot of people get to as a sophomore or anything like that. Freshman roommate, she left and I got a new one after that and then being here, but it's new, and I think advice with that is just you have to be open-minded. And when you live in your own space for so long and then you get a roommate, it's hard to start sharing, but you know, look sis, you just gonna have to grow up and start sharing because that person's gonna be there regardless. So you can either do drama or you can do no drama and, you know, just try and get along, share a space.
I have a roommate story from freshman year. Tease, you know I love you now. So last year, for the first couple days, I had a different roommate. Her name's Jada. I've probably seen her on Twitter. I mean, on YouTube. Official Jada. Yes, subscribe to her. Me and her got along really well. We were vibing. And we found out she moved into the wrong room. She had to leave and I was really sad. So with that being said, I feel like I already had some type of prejudice against my roommate that was coming in, which was kind of wrong of me. But in my head, I was like, I don't want another roommate. Like, she ain't never gonna be no Jada. I had to realize that she was so far away from home and like this was her new home. You know, like I live right up the street. If something's getting on my nerves, I could just go home for the weekend. But she couldn't do that. Having a new random roommate was like an eye-opener to me. At first, I used to be like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through the semester because like we just couldn't come to terms with like living together. But then one day we talked about it and I was like, wow, like this girl's actually kind of cool. So then second semester, me and her were so close. She's like one of my closest friends now. Like, Tease, I love you.
We love you.
Shantae, you have become a part of my family at Howard. Like, I'm so sorry for all the issues that we had first semester, but if you and your roommate don't initially get along, don't worry. Like, just talk to them because you guys probably are both thinking things that you didn't want to say.
Okay, guys, we're gonna shift gears a little bit, and this question was texted in.
Yes.
And it's about the whole niggas ain't ish situation.
God, I'm sincere.
How was that?
It was something in my throat.
Was it piping?
Piping hot.
Was that
hyphen.
And ready to be served. Okay.
What's our thoughts on niggas ain't ish?
Wow.
Do we agree? Do we disagree?
Yeah. I agree. Yes. Niggas ain't ish, right?
I don't agree.
But not all. There's a difference. You have a real man and you have them niggas.
I don't know. I feel like we've all messed with somebody who didn't treat us the way
Who was
that
literal trash.
we're
We've all
supposed to
messed
be
with
treated.
trash.
I feel like it's a lot of real men out there who treat a lot of women with respect and treat us like queens. So I don't feel like that this niggas ain't ish line holds to every man that you encounter.
My first thought is, if we already have the mindset that niggas ain't ish, we're gonna go into a relationship with that mindset that niggas ain't ish, and we're gonna treat them like they ain't ish, and then that might like mess up things from the jump. So there's a difference between men and there's a difference between niggas, like you were saying.
Hey boy.
Maybe we should say boys ain't ish, because I don't like the term niggas to begin with. I try to refrain from using the N word, because I feel like once we say niggas, we're talking about black men.
Boys ain't ish.
It's the difference between a man
And
and
a
a
boy.
boy.
We're gonna go with little immature boys ain't ish.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're gonna go with find you a nice man or a gentleman who would treat you how you deserve to be treated.
The next question is, the subject is baby daddy. Something I've been struggling with the most, my baby daddy. I don't trust him because of the past things that he's done, but people ask me why I stay with him. It's because I love him and I always feel like he could change. I feel like the only way I can trust him is if I'm in control or monitoring what he does. What can I do to be able to trust him? Trust is hard to come by. And my motto is, you don't receive trust, you earn trust. One, it's gonna take you a very long time to get the trust back for him. You know, you have that love for him, you always will, but you have to realize, who do you love most, yourself or him? You love yourself more than to allow him to continue to treat you wrong and as if you're not top priority to your child.
I feel like in order to be good parents, you don't necessarily have to be a good couple. Sometimes the best of parents are the worst couple. And I'm not saying that that's your case, but I just don't want you to feel like you have to be with your baby daddy in order to be a good parent for your baby girl.
Right.
As long as you guys show her that her parents love her, regardless of what you and him have going on, she's gonna feel that love, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have one more question. Oh, this is so fun. Finding out I was pregnant was the most shocking thing in my life. Deciding if I should keep the baby or not was the hardest decision in my entire life. I'm 8 months pregnant and I'm still second guessing myself. I guess I just want my baby girl to have everything and everyone that she wants and needs. But what if she doesn't like me? Or what if I just fail?
That's so sad.
You should really commend yourself for stepping up and deciding to be a mother at a young age, you know? You decided, like, I laid down and, like, these are my consequences. And it's really, like, commendable that you were able to be so strong at our age. A mother and a daughter are not always going to get along.
Girl.
We always have our differences, but at the end of the day, we love our mothers. And if you just keep giving her unconditional love, no matter what you guys go through, she's not gonna not like you. She's always gonna love and like her mother. And just be her best friend.
Yeah, my mother is my best friend.
You're probably gonna be just alike. You're gonna bump heads with each other, but don't ever think for a moment that she doesn't love you. But I think you'll do fine.
You'll be a great mom.
You will. We all agree.
So, guys,
that concludes our Pillow Talk segment. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Oh, thanks, Indigo, for being on our first segment.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it once a month, and we're gonna have a new special guest every month. So look out for that. Just like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, XOXO.
Bye.